And when you start first with like, I'm gonna learn to master time, and you begin designing your time, and then you begin mastering that time, it becomes extraordinarily valuable, right? And so when you start like deciding on what fits in there, it ends up being a limited amount of people, right? And so, so now when you get to that state, now for me it's like, well, how do I optimize those relationships? Right? Like, and for me, it's like, how do I make sure that I spend the right amount of time with my parents, right? So I automate it. It's twice a week FaceTimes with my kids and my parents, and the once bi-weekly with my mom to make sure we get caught up and get her everything, right? Like, it's inside my system, right? And then what's the most important relationship? It's my wife, right? So I go through, like, I basically have an entire sort of system that I've built since we've been together that's been optimized over time, getting deeper and deeper, basically making sure that our communication and everything about us continually lives in this harmonious state, right? And it wasn't about what I think my wife should do or how I think she should feel. It is like just hearing the things that bother her and then putting things into place to prevent them from ever happening again, right? And for me, that is, I pick and take my kids up to school almost every single day. I take them to every appointment. I take them to soccer. I have breakfast dates with my wife. I have Thursday night movie nights. I have Friday night sushi and Sunday night sushi. The weekends are for family, and we do family meetings on Sundays. Every single morning I get up, I write my wife an email of everything that I'm doing that day with a love quote, so that she has clarity on everything I'm doing that day, because she would be upset because she would hear me over talking to somebody about something that I had done that she had never heard, and she would just feel like I don't tell her anything, right? We have Tuesday night talk nights. We have a therapist come to the house every other week as the neutral ground to, like, if there's anything like not in there. We meet with our 3 assistants every Thursday and do a Thursday sync and go through everything in our entire lives to get it highly organized. Our nannies, our life, everything is pushed into these systems that are effortless and optimized and ran by people, so that again we can live in this high energy state and have this amazing relationship together. And then I'm highly intuitive to how she feels, and if she's super upset about something, I will just blow out the back half of the day to go take her to get dinner in order to like help her optimize with her energy. That's the flexibility that this system allows me. And then I ask her every single day to tell me qualitatively, how do you feel about our relationship 0 to 10? And I make her send it back to me in email, because like she used to tell me, and she's like, that's not even true. You weren't at a 7. You've been at a 2 for like a month, right? And what that did, that qualitative data of her saying, she now has this perspective to see like, oh no, I'm only feeling this one issue. Feels like we've been arguing about something for like 2 weeks, and it's really just been 24 hours, right?
Yeah. And you got a paper trail.
Right, like, which I need to do which is really, it's funny, but needed in the clarity of the system. But what did that, like, all of that became, it seems like, oh, that's a lot. That seems like a lot, until it's just the way that we live, and it's part of our rhythm and our system of life. It becomes effortless. And so now by design, we have this highly optimized communication and togetherness that I don't compromise.
I mean, we were just sitting back, chopping it up, reminiscing about the good old days and all that. Tracking my roots, where I came from and where I'm going.